The Senior Showcase is the culmination of 4 years for any Communications Academy student. The purpose is not only for them to reflect over the course of the past 4 years, the work that they've developed, and now making this the end product that they can now present and promote themselves on a professional level. So everything that we see here is meant to be a portfolio that could be used for real world job experience or application or college applications, scholarships. Really what it is to help them to understand how they've grown over the past 4 years and then have each other see what they've accomplished over the past. Really has been an eye-opening experience, not only for myself but for them as well.
The hardest piece for me was definitely the dog. It's named Goose, and it took the longest because my computer kept having technical difficulties and the process was just really long.
Personally, my fox, which is the textured illustration, took the longest. I had to layer a lot of different pieces in order to shape the fox, which took a lot of patience and a lot of time.
So the one that took the most time for me, I did a photo montage, which is where I took a bunch of photos and basically I put them all together into one big picture.
So the piece that took the longest to make and that was probably the most difficult was the video that's playing right here, Awaken. I made a post for it. We got still images of photography that we got to kind of capture that idea and then made sure that we stick with it. It took about maybe a month to make. We dealt with freezing weather that didn't work. A lot of editing went in, a lot of sound we had to mess with. And also I worked with a lot of actors that I barely knew. I talked to a lot of students that I wasn't really familiar with. I gave them my phone number, but they helped out and I managed that and it just worked.
My favorite piece is definitely the selfie piece because it gets the most recognition and I won an award for it.
My favorite piece is probably this one, just because it turned out better than I thought it would turn out. And then I also really liked this one, just because of the colors and the contrast and everything.
My favorite piece from my showcase is probably my commitment piece, because that's just kind of showing that my hard work for hockey has finally paid off and I'm committed to UW Stevens Point.
My favorite piece from my showcase is probably my fish illustration, which focuses on texture.
The favorite piece in my showcase would probably be Susie right here. I handcrafted her with a little X-Acto knife and I did it without drawing it out first. So it was really tough and I'm going through every single line. It's all connecting, all the white is connecting, there's barely a break. Just because of how difficult it was, it's my favorite and I think it just looks nice.
The majority of my inspiration comes from my hockey team and looking on Nike and Adidas for shoe designs.
I find a lot of my inspiration from cult classic 80s movies or old movies from the 50s, like Alfred Hitchcock kind of stuff like that. Just because they all have a set pattern to them, even the artwork that they put into the movies and stuff like that, and I try to bring a different meaning to that style, you know what I mean?
I plan on studying graphic design at UW Stout in the fall, and the Communications Academy has helped me prepare for it because of all of the classes that I had to take.
After high school, I plan on going into art therapy and art education.
After high school, I really plan on just building my portfolio up and up and up so I can have more stuff to show. So I'm just going to be saving up money and buying more camera gear so I can just keep on producing work and get better.
Me personally, I'm going to go study graphic design and minor in marketing. And so the Communications has helped me really understand the concept of graphic design and understand what has to go behind it and what goes into the projects of graphic design and how to come up with unique ideas.